I'm going to leave off of the girls are different. We braid our hair. We had a runway show.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Orange is the new black. I mean, I didn't eat the food, but I remember one girl was like, do you bartend at the Dive Bar in Jupiter, Florida? And I just put my head down like, yeah.
So you were just there for the weekend?
Yeah, I just went because, I drank too much. And I called the cops on myself, basically.
What's your longest stint been in jail?
That was his first time. That's why, listen, for all these times, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm his wife now.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he needed that because he is different and it will change you.
The only other time was in Glasgow, Scotland, Bella Houston Festival, Eminem, 80,000 people, and Yellow Wolf was opening. So he had me fly in from Iceland to sing a song with him.
Right.
And somebody at the end of the show passed me this like $600 bottle of Tullamore Dew. It went down so smooth that I drank it in like 30 minutes. I was so belligerent at the hotel, cussing up a storm that they took me to jail. And when it was crowded with all the Eminem drunk people, and they all recognized me. He goes,
of course.
How come Ben McGilly gets his own celly up, pad up with this? Takes a shite every 20 minutes. Oh, he took one cheap one in it. He go, well, you still effing stink, mate. So now I'm in jail. They couldn't take this one ring off. And I noticed that the guard comes around every 30 minutes and he catches me like carving something in the wood. He goes, are you whittling there? I was like, what? I said, are you whittling there? I'm like, that? Whittling? That was already there. It says Ben Margera was here. I'm caught. It was me.
Hey, does Joe look like the guy, the pedophile from jail?
Say no.
Shorter hair.
I don't think Bam looked him in the eyes.
Oh, man. Bam Margera, his wife, Danny, are here. Now, what do you guys, I understand you got a whole bunch of stuff going on in the state. What are you doing?
Yeah, so when I got out, I opened up this at my house. There's this thing called a hobbit hole. It's like a little. It used to be a horse barn, but it got redone.
Where is this house now? Where are you?
In Pennsylvania.
So you're still there? Okay,
yeah, right outside.
We're redoing that whole place.
You are.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It needs Jesus. I've brought him. I brought him on. I bring him every now and then.
So when I went down there and opened it, I noticed that I had 300 paintings in there, and I'm like, what? I forgot all about this. Some of them are from like 07, and there's one from 98. It was supposed to be my first toy machine graphic for my first pro deck.
Right.
It never happened. But I mean, these things are of value. I got guitars signed by Metallica, Billy Idol, and just random sculptures that I bought of like spooky people for $20,000 in Montreal.
Wow.
Just all collected back there. And whether it's me having a state sale or just putting these things in a trailer and I've noticed it spur of the moment, like on Instagram.
Pop-ups, babe.
Pop-ups.
Yeah.
If I'm just like, hey, passing through Des Moines, Iowa, I'm going to be at the skate shop setting up my artwork, signing limited edition decks and posters. It'll be crowded in 2 days of notice.
Oh, that
people
community.
love this spur of the moment thing.
Pop-up stuff.
It's almost better than promoting it 2 months ahead.
Yeah, but you also have that. You have that skater community that is,
and
they will drive hours.
Yeah.
I don't know if we told you the last time, but we had remember the sisters that we took bowling?
Yeah.
They drove for 3 days, these
Tell
two
us that
girls.
story.
And they must have only been like 19, 20. So even as I'm like, y'all, and I'm, kind of street smart.
Right,
so I'm like,
Hey,
you guys
you're in
drove
luck.
here?
You don't have to get beat up if you French her because she pretty much has a twin sister in Atlanta named Mel.
Oh.
You're going to pimp Melanie out back there? Sorry, Melanie. I've been trying to keep her a secret, but everyone knows we look alike. But we, the girls drove, like I'm saying, they drove 3 days just to see him at this event and sign a deck. And we're like, we can't let you leave right away. We're buying you dinner. Here's gas money. We took them bowling.
Awesome. That's cool.
We had so much fun. But that is like, the pop-ups are fun because they're like, wait, he's only 4 hours. We're going.
Yeah.
So I would do that for Britney Spears. But.
You know Jason Ellis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just here last week.
Oh, cool.
And then he's one of those guys too that he just like, I go, what are you doing today? He's like, I'm going to go skate for a little while. Like if you're doing it all the time.
Yeah.
And
he was in my movie Haggard.
And they love him at the skate park.
Yeah.
Like, the kids show up. It's so fun.
That's the thing, and that must feel so great to know that you're without trying to be too ass-kissy, your icon status for these kids. I mean, and the fact that you're still so young and still here, and that you can actually be in their lives as opposed to just hearing about you, or that must be.
They
so
lose
great.
their minds.
Yeah.
So cute. They're like, goat. I'm like, oh,
man,
he's goat.
Yeah.
Jason Ellis had a hit show with Sirius 28 Faction with me. I was right on after Radio Bam, and I did over 300 episodes, and I just got kind of burnt out and wanted to stop. But
I feel you.
But Sirius Radio just randomly called up Tony Hawk, called up Ellis, and called up all the sports. They were like, "We're done."
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's
Like,
a weird. It's a weird.
So
company.
I don't know what happened.
They
there.
have no money. They have no money.
Yeah.
They give the money to the. They give all their money to Howard, and then they don't know what the plan is after Howard, so
Right.
they're probably panicking right now.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. By the way, Bam Margera is here in the studio. So what will you do? What do you? I don't even know what you're promoting. I know you
We
have
got
the
a lot
art show
going on the Tampa AM.
It's called Bricks. It's in Ybor City.
Okay.
It's like the
Tonight.
skateboard restaurant owned by Skate Park at Tampa.
Gotcha.
So
All right.
Brian
whenever
Schaefer.
Brian Schaefer, when all the skateboarders are done, they always pack
Head
that
over
place.
there, yeah.
So
When are you going there?
We'll be there tonight.
Well, we'll be there setting up too.
Yeah.
We still have some framing to do and
Okay.
and hanging up.
So we're
some,
basically hanging out at Bricks, and then he's going to do some judging on Sunday. I think today they're doing like the 200 guys are going to go crazy and get to the top
I gotta say this:
20. I think he
they
said.
have a Tampa Am in November, and then Tampa Pro is I think in March. But these kids, the amateurs, they go much
They are
harder
hungry.
because they are
Yeah, they're
hungry,
trying,
yeah.
to even get a sponsor.
Do you-
So they will jump off this roof doing a kickflip when you're already pro and you have a shoe on Nike. You're already
You don't wanna
clocking
do that.
bank, and you don't need to do that.
Like, I don't have to
anymore.
jump anymore.
So Tampa Am is much more exciting. Like they'll literally jump off the roof if they have to.
So the Rays, which is our baseball team here, they put out a new logo earlier in the year, and that was community related, and it was skating. And I lived here since 1989, and I don't realize the big skate this community that is in Tampa.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, Tony, you'll find out Tony was here, or you're here, or Ellis is here. All these
Yeah,
guys.
Tony was in Orlando yesterday.
Yeah.
Plus skate shop.
Yeah. So this is like, I mean, there's a bigger community here than I think the people that live here are even aware of.
Yeah.
You know, our assistant Morgan, she also, I hate the word handler. She just helps us a lot because we don't need to be handled.
Well, sometimes.
Let me take that back.
Yeah.
No, but she was on the plane and this guy's like talking to her that she's sitting next to, over talking, like kind of talking, but so excited that Bam Margera is going to be at the Tampa AM. I can't believe Bam's going to be there. And of course, she's being all quiet, like does he know who he's sitting with? But can't wait to see him at the show.
That's awesome, man.
Like the Tampa Am is such a big deal that if you win Tampa Am, then you're instantly turned pro from whatever sponsors that you have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the biggest contest for AMs and pro as well.
I'll send you some footage.
What was the
It's
first?
been the biggest deal since I can remember.
Well, you were what, 20 when you
Well, I was
won?
14 the first
Okay.
time I entered Tampa
That's
Am.
what I was going to ask you. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your first deal where you made a lot of money? Like your first, whether it was endorsement or
Well,
something.
to me,
Deodorant?
no, well, Nike. I was the first skater to ever ride for Nike when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
And I wasn't even pro yet, so they were giving me $5,000 a month. Coming from me, I grew up across the street from a sewer factory,
Right,
and I
right.
remember that we were going to lose our house if we couldn't cough up $40,000, which was an enormous
Right, was
amount.
Phil even making $5,000 a month at the
No,
time?
he was just
Yeah.
a baker at a grocery store, and my
Yeah.
mom was a hairdresser, so we were not making ends meet. But that was a lot of money at the time. Then, then I made my own video called CKY, and through mom and pop skate shops and word of mouth, never put out one ad, sold over 1 million copies, and then from there, Jackass happened, and then the easiest job I've ever done was get extreme, get right guard. One day of work, $1 million.
Really?
Wow.
That is great.
I just want to go back to the fact that April could actually do my hair. I didn't know that.